Well, I can't feel my fingers. My thoughts are all insane. I sold my favorite velvet Elvis painting for cocaine. All my punk rock t-shirts are hanging from a thread. I think the world is ending, but it's only in my head. Bring me a bottle and a 50 for cocaine and whiskey.
Welcome to SongTellers, where singers and songwriters share the story behind their songs and perform them live. Today's guest is Justin Cashion, singer, songwriter, and guitarist who blends poetry, humor, and storytelling into his music and covers topics ranging from addiction to suicide to politics and conspiracy theories. He got his start in the band Pearl Street Riot before becoming the frontman of his Americana quartet and recorded his debut album Paranoid Narrative with producer John Pedigo at Modern Electric. This is Justin Cashion. What they mean to you, the writing process, and play them.
Very cool.
Cool.
Where should I start?
Well, what's the one that you that we wanted to start with there? What's this one called?
As far as you want the story behind it. So I was anyone who's ever played music has had the muse, right? And they've had the person they write the song about, right? Mm-hmm. Well, in this particular case, I was dating a girl and no song came. And so she began to get annoyed with me. And she started getting frustrated. Why? I was like, why haven't you written me a love song yet? And I was like, well, I mean, I kind of have. They haven't been that good yet. And so I don't play them a lot. I don't play them much. She's like, well, where's my good love song? And so eventually she started getting like audibly angry with me about it and was frustrated. And so I finally I wrote this song. It's called Metaphor, and it's got all these metaphors and analogies that basically describe how much I care about her. So
anyway. So you were forced to write a love song.
in some, yeah, I mean,
I hear you, man.
Yeah, it was kind of pretty much like that, but it's called Metaphor. But as far as the writing process goes, I kind of jabbed it out. I was pretty quickly. I was watching this movie called Asteroid City. It's a Wes Anderson film.
Nice.
And so that's where that first line came along. So. If I was an asteroid, I'd come down for you. It'd be an extinction level event when I get through. And the crater that is me is all that remains. But this, of course, is just a metaphor for all the love I have for me and you. If I was a hurricane, I'd be Category 5. I'd devastate the entire U.S. economy, kill everyone alive. I'd be blowing down your door, beaches, coasts, and shores. But this, of course, is just a metaphor for all the love I have for me and you. Yes, I understand my metaphors are crass, but if you don't like me, well, you can kiss my... Just don't think about it. If I was a serial killer, it'd be bad. To eliminate the likelihood of me being caught like Dexter, I'd come to the back door, your mom, your dog, and your dad. Be running for the door as I throw you on the floor. But this, of course, is just a metaphor for all the love I have for me and you. This next line is inspired by recent events. If I was a drone, I'd come during the holidays. They'd make a biopic starring Edward Norton and Timothy Chalamet. It'd be raining UAPs. Did someone say World War III? Well, this, of course, is just a metaphor for all the love I have for me and you. Woo. Yeah, this, of course, is just a metaphor for all the love I have for me and you. Cha-cha-cha, Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, it's not. That's not your conventional love song, as you'd call it, but
No.
it's got some humor to it, man. That's how much of your writing has like elements of humor infused in it versus like trying to be
Most
serious.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone described my song, my first record, as absurdist album, because it's like, it's very kind of like, it's serious, but it's like absurd. It's not, and it's got elements of like, it's not super serious. Let's just say that.
And what do you think that comes from? Because a lot of people who write, they like write emotionally, write their hearts on their sleeves, or
there's just like, anytime I try to write a serious song, it comes off as sappy. Basically, it comes off as it's a fine line for me, at least.
I think for most people.
Yeah.
I think we've all kind of, especially when you're trying to write a catchy song that's like has simplistic elements.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard to tread the line between being simple and straight to the point and really cheesy.
Well, whenever it comes to serious, like, you have to be honest, and then so sometimes it's, whenever you start, trying a little too hard, it's very obvious for me. But like in the realm of like absurd murder ballads, it's like you can be really crass and
right, like that Dexter line.
I guess it's a little more forgiving in my experience. But
yeah, for sure.
That's why I don't write a ton of love songs. I write mostly like love ballad or murder ballads and
ballads.
Yeah.
What's a murder ballad? Describe that to me.
I guess the term, I don't know if it originally come from what is that album called? There's a compilation album. It's anyway, murder ballad is just it's where it's an allegory where you kill off the character or doom them, whatever it may be.
Okay, so they're not killing other people.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah,
Okay.
you kill people.
There's that Doors song. This is the end, or the This is the end. Yeah. That's a pretty dark one.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do another song, man. What song do you want to do next?
This one's called House of Cards.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, this one's a little more heavy, I suppose, but it's just I had several friends commit suicide a couple years ago, and so I kind of wrote a song, and it came pretty easily, like some songs do.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a tribute to a couple of my buddies who
within the same time frame.
Yeah, very similar time frame. And so I don't know, kind of. There's a couple like elements that are, lyrics that go towards one person and the other, and just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of, that's where my head was. Not everything is like 100%. Whenever you start writing songs, it's not always 100%. Sometimes it's like there's elements. Like sometimes when I write these songs, I'm like a conduit. Like there's parts of me that are in the song, but they're also fictional characters sometimes. Mm-hmm. But in this case, it was a little more historically accurate. So anyways. It's a hard pill to take. It's a hard pill to swallow. My bones ache and my head is hollow. What could I even say? Not a cloud in the sky. Honey, when I see your face, see the pain in your eye. You can fill your cup and I'd fill mine, but I'd trade it in for your crown of thorn. My throat is dry and my eyes are sunken. Should it make me cry to hear about all your suffering? What could I even say? There's not a cloud in the sky. Honey, when I see your face, see the pain in your eyes. You can fill your cup and I'd feel mine, and I'd trade it in for your crown of thorn. I finally found the words to say. Didn't know till the day you wrote yourself out of the scene. My crown of thorn tumbles in the breeze.
I like your guitar tone. It's very warm.
Yeah.
I see the strings are old. Do you purposely not restring them regularly to keep them warm?
You know, the funny thing is, these are the newest strings I've had. I can go a year without breaking strings.
I'm the same way though. Because I just restrung my guitar.
I like dead guitars for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, especially with modern recording, it's like with the mics and everything like that, it's so easy to get such a clean signal that muted kind of warmer sound makes it easier, I think, to get a more natural, pleasing to the ear guitar. I think that little brittle high end to me doesn't sit well.
I would agree with that, especially because I do a bunch of Travis picking stuff. So traditionally speaking, Travis picking guys, they play, black diamond strings, really dead black diamond strings,
Yeah. What was your first kind of memory of wanting to take music seriously? I think we all start kind of BSing on the guitar or on the whatever instrument, just noodling around, it's around or whatever. But what's the time where you were like, no, I'm actually gonna do something with this. I think I want to be serious about it and write stuff and pursue it.
So I guess whenever I started playing six string and started trying to write songs, and even then, I really wasn't that I wasn't that into it. And then finally, I started playing. I met some cats in my circle, and this was whenever I was getting a little older, and I started playing in a band called Pearl Street Riot, and I started playing with a guy named Michael O'Neill, and they kind of showed me the importance of songwriting. And it wasn't until I was like probably 18 or 19 where I started appreciating it. Whenever I started writing songs that I would actually perform out, that's whenever I started. But I always knew that like if I got successful, that'd be cool. I'm not successful now, but if I were to get successful, because success to me was, and that's changed since in the past 3 or 4 years, is success to me was like making a living, being a full-time musician.
Sure.
And then you start figuring out what that means.
Yeah.
In Dallas.
Right.
It might mean something different if you're a national touring musician.
Yeah, for sure.
But what that means in Dallas. And then so now what I think success is has changed. So, and now it's like, and then you go down the rabbit hole of being a working musician, playing happy hour gigs, playing, corporate gigs, like playing where they're like, we want you to play this.
Yeah,
we don't want to
play covers. Yeah.
There is elements of like, if you're good, you can do it. But I've never been good at faking it. And so like,
right.
And
it's not yours, right? If it's not yours or you feel connected
that's
to
not
it.
even true either. Cause I really enjoy doing covers too. But I'm saying like sometimes whenever they say, oh no, you can't do those covers, you got to do these covers. That's where,
right.
That's where, and then you be like, your pride gets in the way. Right. Mm-hmm. And so, I guess if that makes any sense, I'm sure it does to somebody, and then I'm sure it doesn't.
No, I think for me it's kind of similar. It's like, and I had the same thing with band members in the past, where like we were trying to go a specific route with our band, and our lead singer, we had two singers, but one was like more like an MC. We were trying to go towards a route that he wasn't comfortable with, and that we knew deep down wasn't a genre that we liked or that he necessarily liked, and it was really hard for it to come off as natural because it wasn't natural, right? So like trying to force something that's not there, for some people either are just freakishly talented that can do that, good for them. But I would say most people it's kind of like that. It's like you can't really push something that you just don't connect with. All right, man. Well, let's go to another one, man. Which one do you want to do next?
Yeah, let me do a song called Joyride. There's not too much to this song. It's just about feeling. It's kind of like it's kind of like, to me, whenever I listen to a song, this song feels bittersweet to me, because it's like, like that pursuit, the unsung hero, but like you can't imagine it any other way. Meaning specifically in the realm of performing, playing, driving by yourself to Oklahoma for an acoustic gig, and playing for nobody and drive, and so it's kind of like, it's about that. It's about the character that the, glorified musician character. And it's like the kind of the other side of that spectrum. But, I don't know. I guess you can kind of make your own interpretation. A lot of these songs, I haven't really thought about them in this format. So it's like, I'm kind of working through them in real time. It's like almost like I'm in therapy, but, anyway, this song's called Joyride. I hope you like it. Walking down the railroad track, say goodbye and don't look back. Gotta make sense of it all. Guess I should be leaving. Sorta like the leaves of fall, falling from the tree limb, turning green to auburn brown. Just like that, I'm falling down the wayside. Life's a thrill, we're just on a joyride. I hide behind this here guitar, fireflies and mason jars. Curse the day, welcome the night, 'cause you said don't make it right. Town to town, a one-night stand, playing in a one-man band, singing song and making rhyme. And just like that, I'm falling down the wayside. Life's a thrill, we're just on a joyride. We'll call it dumb luck and that's okay. We're still standing here today. I took my time at falling down, but I'm still hanging round.
All right, let's do one more. Which one do you want to do?
Draven, what do you want to hear, buddy? I don't know. What you want to hear? I'm asking my son if he wants to hear Cocaine and Whiskey. Or do you?
Oh, that's a dope song too. I heard that one. That is a great song.
Or do you want to hear Cheap Whiskey? Dang, they're both about whiskey and they're both bad. Okay, I'll just do Cocaine and Whiskey since it's
Why have whiskey when you can have cocaine and whiskey?
That's a real thing, by the way. I mean, I wouldn't know personally, but so that's what like Stevie Ray Vaughan used to do. Is fucking,
oh, and shot it?
yeah, take a shoot in a
Does
whiskey.
that even work in your stomach?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it probably works.
So what's the kind of the motivation? Obviously, the story is probably pretty straightforward, but the idea behind writing it and the process. Tell me about this one.
I was hesitant to talk about my struggle with drug addiction and alcoholism, but it's kind of about me.
I think that helps a lot of people, though, man. I think people.
Okay. Well, it's not just about me though. It's about anyone who's ever done it. I'm not saying that like I'm out on the street like begging for change. Everyone's got their vices, right? Whether it be gummy bears or Coke Zero or cigarettes or vaping or whatever, or maybe it's Dilaudid, Percocet, maybe it's anxiety medicine, maybe it's cocaine, maybe it's whiskey, maybe it's a combination of the two. But I will say this. I've never stood out front of a CVS at 7 a.m. to get gummy bears after eating gummy bears all night. You know what I mean? So, anyways, but it's just kind of about being at the bottom, staring at yourself in the mirror, having this heart, letting yourself get to that point, being kind of like not happy with your life, your environment, your financial situation, your family situation, the person you are at the moment. And it's also like, it's kind of like at the end of it, the way I feel, I don't know, everyone, it's not my responsibility to decide how you interpret the song. But the way I feel is like, it's like, yeah, I kind of feel like a loser, but it's okay. Like don't be a loser. That's kind of like, it's okay that you're being a loser. It's not the end of the world.
Right. Don't dwell on it. Don't like beat yourself up about it.
And so that's kind of my take on it. And I'm sure that someone else is going to disagree with that. But yeah, it's just about kind of like, this is a song I wrote for anyone who's ever struggled with any addiction, but in the case of this person in the song, like I said, there's certain elements of me that live in this character, and I relate to them, but I'm not the character. I've been the character. Mm-hmm. Maybe you've been that character. It's just like, I don't know. It's like method acting to me. It's like, it's like I'm acting as a role. And there's times where maybe it's late in the night, maybe it's Friday night, or maybe I've been that character, but I don't know. I'll stop.
All right, take it away, man.
Well, I can't feel my fingers. My thoughts are all insane. I sold my favorite velvet Elvis painting for cocaine. All my punk rock t-shirts are hanging from a thread. I think the world is ending, but it's only in my head. Bring me a bottle and 50 for cocaine and whiskey. My mother screams my phone calls. I stay out every night. Every time my father calls, it just ends in a fight. I can't keep a woman, I'm just a stupid whore. Just stacks of scratchy records and my mattress on the floor. Bring me a bottle and a 50 for cocaine and whiskey. Chasing down another mystery. We're just a blip in time. Drinking perfume and Listerine. Out of my mind.
You got a lot of stuff in the works coming up soon.
Yeah.
You were telling me earlier, so I'm excited to hear the new stuff you've got going on top of this one. I've listened through this one once, but I haven't done deep dive into the whole thing. So Cheap Whiskey, I heard that one a few times, which was great. But I'm excited for you to come up with some new stuff too, man.
Yeah, man. I've got new stuff coming. It's all about. Oh yeah, shameless plug. I'm gonna send this guy a GoFundMe. I don't feel good about it, but I mean, like I was talking with a good buddy of mine who I respect. He's a successful musician, and I was asking. I was like, man, should I do a GoFundMe? That seems kind of like, like I don't know. I don't like asking for money. Never have. Don't like it. But he's like, no one else is giving you money. No one else is paying for your records. Like, what's the shame in doing it? He's like, if people like
your music and they
like my music, and there shouldn't be a problem with it. So with that being said, shameless plug, I'll have a GoFundMe. I'll be sure to send it to this guy.
Yep, I'll put it in the description of the video. I'll also put all your socials in there as well.
Yeah, and Depending on how much we can fund, how much crowdfunding we can do, I'm sitting on 2 records, not just 1, 2. So maybe if we make enough money, I can give you 2 records.
Nice, man. That's great.
So
appreciate you coming here, man. This is great.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much.
Good stuff. Awesome.